Hey y'all, welcome back to Astro Motivation. My name is JupiterJames, where I awaken the astrologer within you and aim to give you a little motivation and inspiration per your unique placement within your birth chart. You know, I really do feel that before a time of iPhones and iPads and I this and I that, we were a culture and a society that were better able to look up at the stars and understand exactly what the universe wanted from us. And it is with that language that we were able to look at our birth charts and understand the assignments that we've been given. That way we got to our dreams further and faster. And so I'm just here on YouTube to remind you of the innate gifts and the innate language that you already know and that you already speak. That way we are all able to get to our dreams further and faster. And so if that sounds good to you, let's get into it. Today we're gonna get into Moon in the 12th house. Now, Moon in the 12th house is gonna give me the energy of someone who is very psychic and probably knows the energy and the moods of others, but may not know the mood of themselves, you know, until they are behind closed doors. But before we go ahead and dive deep into that aspect and unlock some secrets of it, let's go ahead and separate the aspect. That way we can do more with the knowledge that we've been given, okay? And we're not just confined to Moon in the 12th house. Now, Moon in astrology, for me as an astrologer, is gonna show me the emotional fortitude of the person, where this person is yearning for nurturing and care and their emotions, and where in life they will be the most comforted by, or what would make them the happiest emotion-wise and in their emotional world, okay? The moon is also gonna signify healing, it's gonna signify nurturing, it's gonna signify your mother, it's gonna signify the relationship with your mother, how your mother treated you growing up, and it's gonna be the dynamic between you two. It's also gonna show me, the moon is also going to show me where things may fluctuate for you, where things could be up, where things could be down, where things could be hot, where things could be cold, because the moon is a very quick luminary within our sky, and depending where that quick luminary is, things will change very quickly and it'll be very up and down with you. You know, if you look up at the sky at night, the moon is always changing. You know, the phases of the moon are so quick that it changes literally nightly. So this is where your moods are gonna change with that moon in a certain area of your life. And the moon is also very psychic energy as well. So the 12th house is the house of loss, it's the house of hidden things, it's the house of escapism, it's the house of faraway lands, or where things are far away, you know, where things go to die, or where things are lost on you, where you aren't really conscious. It's the house of your bedtime dreams, you know, when you go to sleep and you dream, these are those types of dreams, okay? And this is gonna be ruled by Pisces and Neptune. Now, no matter what sign and planet is in your 12th house, because that is always gonna change depending on the rising sign of the person, know that the default out of the packaging birth chart is always going to be ruled by Pisces and Neptune, okay? And that is gonna signify spirituality, dreams, escapism, things that are lost on you, things that you don't really get, you know, like you see it out in life and you play it, you see these things happen, but it's an area of your life where you just don't get it, because Neptune puts that veil over you. We're just like, I don't understand that, you know? So, but it's also a magical quality, a magical spiritual quality to this house. So what happens when we throw the moon in the 12th house? We are gonna get someone who probably feels things on a very deep psychic level, who is also very psychic and very intuitive, especially in their dream world. Their dream world can offer them prophetic visions, and they can feel certain things from their dream, right? They'll probably wake up and they won't really know what happened in the dream, but the dream will give them a sense that, okay, everything's gonna be all right, or okay, that dream, I don't know what went on in that dream, but that dream didn't sit right in my spirit. I feel off, you know? It's gonna show me that this person's mood is really good when they are far away from people. When they are behind closed doors, or when they're hidden, their mood is probably the most centered, or the most even keel. When they're just alone to themselves, that's when their emotions are the most even keel. When they get around people and they get around the world and stuff like that, they probably, their emotions probably get very permeated, because this could be a very sensitive person, a very psychic person. So they probably keep their emotions to themselves, and are probably people who are psychic and know things, but they aren't very privy to the level in which they feel things, but they know that they can decipher these feelings when they go home and they are when they are at home and they're by themselves. Now, their homes could also be far away. They could be far away from home, or their mom could be far away from them. They could be someone that when they grew up, their mom was far away from them for whatever reason. Like maybe they lived in a different home or a different country, but they were removed from the mother. Like the mother was probably just not in the home. Or now in their adult life, it's the same dynamic where they are far from home, far from the mother. This is also someone, again, who can heal others through the emotional, intuitive natures that they have. They are, again, could be someone who is very highly psychic and is very highly intuitive, and through their intuition and through them being very psychic, they can heal others with their downloads, with their intuition. They are people that can nurture others through the downloads that they get and the insights that they have. These people can be very, very perceptive and very have the gift of foresight, and just be very, they're emotionally comforted by being alone with astrology. When they are alone with spirituality or astrology, or just alone into themselves and are able to decipher their feelings and decipher the inner workings of the universe, that's when they are the most comforted. That's when they feel the most at home, and they're just like, oh yes, like just give me the space to be and to breathe. And that's when you feel good. That's when you feel, but it's only when you're out and things become people try to get too enmeshed with you, or you just being out in general, your psychicness permeates that, like it absorbs that, and so you will feel off. You'll sometimes feel like you need to flee. Sometimes you'll feel like, I just need to be alone. Like, I don't know why everyone always wants to invite me out, just leave me be. Sometimes you need to pick and choose when you go out, or sometimes you'll just be like, okay, let me just go out, because if I don't go out and I don't see my friends, they're gonna think I'm mad at them. But really, it's just that you probably know that when you are by yourself, to yourself, and you keep yourself and your emotions to yourself, that's when you feel the best. Or you're just gonna be someone that through spirituality and through escapism, or escaping in some shape or form, or being far away from your mom, you feel better, or like just being far away from family, you feel good. I know that sounds strange, but this could be that, where you being far away from the home you grew up in feels good to you. That feels right. It feels like, okay, I feel okay. I feel good not being at home. I'm okay with that. Or yeah, I would really say that your mom was probably a very spiritual figure. Your mom was someone who was also very psychic and very intuitive. Your mother was someone who you couldn't get anything by her, and people couldn't get anything by her either. Like, and she really passed that down to you. She was someone that allowed you to be creative and allowed you to be nebulous and allowed you your space so that you could be just as psychic. You know, you probably see, if you look in your mind, you'll probably be like, yep, you're right, my mom does have a little bit of that, you know, woo-woo going on, and she is like that. Or she's just very spiritual to the point where it surpasses spirituality. There's some, with this house, with moon in the 12th, it's really gonna mean that it's psychic level. It's psychic level spirituality, where spiritual is so potent and so concentrated that it breaks the bounds of just spirituality. It's like, okay, the mom was psychic, and so are you. You're a very psychic person, and so is your mother. You probably inherited that from your mother. You probably have a very psychic relationship with your mother. But for the most part, you're gonna feel on a very deep level, and that very deep level is gonna require you to sometimes be distant, and sometimes go and kind of hide away and be to yourself to decipher those feelings that are coming through you, because you intuit so naturally. You feel everything, and you feel the universe, you feel what's going on with people, and you can use those insights to really help people. And the biggest motivation that I can say for you is take that time. You know, don't feel bad that you can't be around a lot of people for a long period of time, or that you don't want to be as social as others. Don't feel bad, because you know at the end of the day, that's protecting your spirit, your spiritual life, and your happiness is connected to you just being on your own and deciphering those things. I would really suggest getting a journal and just writing things down about how you feel and what life is and what life means to you, and that could really help you pinpoint exactly how you feel. Because sometimes when people ask you how you feel, you just are like, I'm good, I'm all right. How are you? You know, like, it's just you, because you're good. You're fine. Like, you don't really feel like there's anything going on, but really others could probably be like, no, he's feeling off, something's up, something's wrong. But you don't know that. You're not privy to that until you remove yourself. In order to get yourself, in order to feel how you feel and understand the litmus test of what you're going through, you need to be away. You need to be removed. You need to be hidden. And then that's when those feelings come up. I bet that you cry in private. It is probably very, 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 very rare that unless you are with someone that you really feel comfortable with almost from birth, that I bet that you rarely cry in public. You rarely let your emotions out in public. You rarely let people know how you feel. You rarely let people know that vulnerable part of you. You rarely let people know that. You go home and you figure that out. That's between you and you. You and your emotions are you to yourself. If this sounds like you, let me know. Are you someone that keeps your emotions inside because you have a lot of them and you feel so connected to the universe? Are you someone that feels psychic and you probably can offer psychic healing for other people? You probably know what others need and you probably can psychically intuit what others need on a psychic level. Are you that person? You probably heal people on a spiritual plane. Like, you are someone that by you being their friend or them by being around you, you heal them on a spiritual level. You heal people on a spiritual, psychic level. You don't even have to say much. And even if you were to say something, you see and feel into the depths of people. It's almost like you can feel other people's feelings. But let me know if that's you. Let me know if this is you. And while you're at it, can you let me know the sign that your moon is in the 12th house? And I'll write back 2 little sentences on what you could be experiencing with your specific placement. Because remember, these are general videos and there's no way that I could ever pinpoint everyone in the world's placement with just this little 12, 13 minute video. There's just no possible way, okay? So, but if you just wrote down what your sign on the moon in the 12th house is, I will write back what you specifically could be experiencing. I'll write back 2 little sentences on what that could be for you. But if this sounds like you, let me know, okay? But I really do hope that you got some clarity and some encouragement and motivation from this video. If you would like me to do a different video per another placement within your birth chart, just let me know, write it in my comments, and I will get that in the queue as a part of some videos that I can make for you guys. But until the next time, continue to be the psychic person that you are. You have such deep emotional connection to the universe, and don't feel bad about that. Don't feel bad that you can't be as social as others, because when you are social, listen, when you are around others, you being alone and to yourself makes you such a medicine for others. You are going to be such a spiritual light for others that you heal people without even knowing it, just by you being you, okay? So y'all have a great day, and I will see y'all in the next video. Bye.